So, who here has a dad who is the only child left here on earth of their grandma at this table? Is that you? Welcome to my world. So your dad is the only one that's left here? And, I'm sorry, here comes the mic. Sorry about that. Yeah, the answer was yes. Okay, no, I'm just repeating for them. And so you have an aunt and an uncle both on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. And this is Mom, because the mother-in-law took me right over to you. And then do you have 2 kids also?
I don't have any children.
Where does the 2 come in? Is that how many kids do you have? You have 2. Okay. And then she's got 2 with her. So she had 3. Do you have grandkids? How many? 4. You better get busy. Just saying. So did your grandma's kids go before your grandma then?
Yes.
So they had already passed before she passed, because she's saying that her heart died, and that was like 1 was bad and 2 was unbearable, and that why does she feel she went through it alone? I see your family dynamics. I don't feel like she went through things alone, but why does she say I went through it alone? Did she not let you guys help? Help me understand. Do you know?
She wasn't alone.
I know, that's why I said I feel she's not, but she feels like she wanted to do things alone and she tried not to. So I said I see your family dynamics and I see it and I know it's there, but she just feels like she tried to do, did she try to do things, or?
Actually,
Why does she say you have a tough job? Okay. And a job that people are angry all the time at you? Or at what you do? What do you do?
I'm a counselor.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that job right now. I wouldn't want your job. Okay, because she's just saying she's really proud of you and that you did a good job. Yeah, and your father-in-law says your grandfather says now she wants to be nice to her. So is she not nice here? You can talk.
No, she wasn't.
Okay, because he's like, now she wants to be nice to her. So that's the first clue that she probably wasn't really nice here. And I think it's her way of, like, she's trying to thank you because she could have had a relationship with her son better than you can. But now she's understanding different things. Does that make sense? Are you back to the granddaughter, because she's like, my mom ain't going to tell, I'm going to talk about this. So yes, because she's like kind of feeling like she gave you guys a run for your money, and she was.
Her son has given us a run for our money.
Yes, but you know where that came from, right? Like, I can see it in her, and I can see it in him, and I can see it. Does that make sense? Like, he comes by it honestly, is what they're trying to say. Are you saying your grandma's sweet?
My grandma's sweet.
Yeah. Okay. But not like in general. And
She was a nice lady. She really was. But,
okay. She was hard on you. Because she's saying she's sorry. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she the last one that you lost? Okay. Because she's saying like she was the last one that you lost. You're like, not the one I wanted to talk to, but hey, this is where I don't pick and choose, and they're kind of the loudest. Is there any questions that you have or anything that you want to ask, or?
What happened to have all 3 children turn to
Crap?
substance use?
Crap? Bad?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, like I said, they came by it honestly. It's something that's there, it's in there, and like that. And I can see now why she's saying that it's better not there than here. It's their life and the patterns and the things. And I think she takes the responsibility. Was she quiet and didn't do anything about it here? Because that's why she's saying I didn't do anything, I was alone. So I think she felt alone in the battle, like she didn't do these things. She didn't go after them. She didn't. Do you understand why she felt alone in the battle? Yeah. So she just is saying, I think she's just it's her way of trying to apologize. And when you say what happened, I just think it's a pattern, and she's just showing these different things. And let's face it, if I look at your family and the way she's talking, your family, I mean, people always make excuses for things, but your family is like the family of denial and the family of blame and the family of just it's everybody else and not me. Do you understand that? Yeah. And it just makes it whatever. Did you like, are you not talking with your dad?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because they're saying that's a good thing, because you would get almost physically ill when you would have to be by him. You would get sick. And now I can see why she came instead of your family, because your family is much sweeter. Because she didn't do anything to step in. That's why she said she was alone and she didn't do these things. And I know that you go back and forth on feeling guilty. Is your dad like struggling with his health right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't feel guilty. And I think that's something that you're carrying with you and you're feeling like you need to. She's just telling you don't, because you're not going to get the closure you want. And you need to guard your heart. Like, you've done so much to guard your heart right now that you really need to finish guarding your heart. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? So when you talk about the piece of, what they call it, crap or whatever, when they start talking about health, there's something going on there, just so you understand that. And you have to make peace with it. And if you can't make peace when he's here, and when he starts to go or do whatever, whether you go see him or you don't go see him, I need you to make a little bit of peace with him there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So is your sibling talking with, does your sibling have a relationship with your dad?
She is very vocal with her feelings towards everything that's going on with him. She lets him have it.
Okay, but she has a relationship. I mean, however you want to call it. She speaks to him and you don't?
She does. Yes.
Okay. And, yeah, is there anything else you want to know or ask? Or do you understand about not giving into the guilt?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anything you want to ask? Anyone else? Are you guys all friends? So does she drive you nuts telling you how much she misses her mom?
All the time.
Okay. Not that she doesn't miss her dad, but she misses her mom. Yeah. Anything you want to ask her? You just don't want to cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm dealing with it more, better. She's happy.
Remind me again, why is she saying that your brother's an ass? Whoops. Plug your ears over there, Nick.
I should say that with my sister.
Is he letting things, did he just not?
He was in control of a lot of the stuff, for their...
Or lack of
Yes.
control?
Yeah, and he wasn't very nice at times. I mean, he loved Mom and Dad very much.
Well, she's not saying he didn't.
He dealt it in a different way, and he treated me very bad, yelling at me all the time.
And so why would you say you're surprised she didn't say that about your sister? It sounds to me like he was not nice, Nick.
He might have been a little bit of an ass, but she was worse. I mean, she fought with us afterwards, and...
But she fought for greed.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We didn't talk for about 3 years, so we're kind of trying to talk now, but it's still not the same.
Okay. I don't think it ever will be the same.
I know.
Nothing you want to ask? You're good?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. So I have to know, because there's this woman who will not leave me alone, and she keeps calling herself Cheech. Like, there we go. I'm thinking Cheech and Chong is going to come smoking through here in a minute. So this is a woman back there, and she's like, excuse me, you said you were going to talk to me when you left there. And so she just keeps saying Cheech, Cheech, Cheech. Are we talking Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke? So why the Cheech? Why the Cheech?
When my mother was younger, her nickname was Chicken.
Chicken?
Her twin brother George couldn't say chicken, so they called her Cheech.
So he named her Cheech because, and it just stayed with her?
Stayed with her all her life.
Okay. Okay. So why are you always apologizing to her, and why do you and first of all, she needs to say thank you for pulling your head out of your butt, because she feels like you finally started living and making decisions that are healthy instead of unhealthy. First of all, my mom told me to pull my head out of my butt all the time, and I evidently never did it, so don't feel bad. But why do you always think I should have done more, I could have done more? And why is she singing, first of all?
She was in choir.
Okay, because she's like very noisy, very loud, and now she's singing to me, and not very well, but she's singing, waiting for something to come flying now. So she's singing. I just needed to know the singing thing, and so she's there with siblings and then her spouse, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then did she not quite make it to her birthday? What is?
Yes.
Oh, so just passed, because there's a correlation, something close to her birthday that she's talking about. Okay, so she just made it a little bit past her birthday. Okay, because she just keeps talking about this birthday, and I just kind of need to understand that. So go back to you still trying to get her permission to do things and her approval. Why?
Because I made a lot of bad choices.
But then you pulled your head out of your butt, like we already talked about.
Correct. Got my shit together, bought a home, bought cars, got married, bought my best friend.
Okay. When you say got married, how many times have you been married? Okay, so this is the third. He's your second.
That's the
Okay, because you're talking marriage and they're showing me 3 fingers, so I'm glad it's you that's 3. Because I'm thinking, otherwise, she didn't tell you about a husband here. Because you're saying marriage and I'm seeing the 3, so I just need to know where that come from. So, okay. So why are you still, if you have your approval, why are you still trying to get her approval? And why don't you care for your dad's approval? I just want to know.
He's been gone so long.
Okay. Because you don't do the same.
I don't.
Okay.
He left and he's been gone so long.
Okay. Okay. Did she just, I know you didn't just have a baby, because that's, not that you couldn't, don't get me wrong, if you don't have a baby, have a baby. But she's talking about a new baby for you before she left. So what is that? Before she passed? Did you have?
My daughter was pregnant for my grandson.
When she passed?
Correct.
Okay, and so now you have a new baby since she's been
Yes.
gone. Okay, got it. You're going to get to talk to her. I just need to understand, in between singing, she's giving me some words. So I'm just trying to go, and then they're here, and then we're here, and then we're there. So then I'm just trying to get these things in order that she's talking about. Okay, so let's go through anything you want to ask her. This is your chance. Questions, things you want to know.
Did she enjoy her service?
It was kind of long. Oh, it was Catholic service. That explains it. She loved it, but they just respond and I just say what they say, because she's like, it was long. Yes, she did. And she thinks it was a little too expensive because that's who your mom is. But she's just saying it was really long.
Well, she sat on the sidewalk for, 13 minutes to get line dancers.
Oh,
Outside of the sidewalk in their service when they brought them out of the church.
wow. Well, that's not a Catholic service, because they don't line dance, just so you know.
That's why they were on the sidewalk.
Okay. Just so you know, they don't line dance. Yeah, so she did. She's just saying it was long. And she's obviously grateful. Anything else? You got the floor here. You got a few minutes left. Let's just rock it out.
I missed that a lot.
She knows that. Were you guys not married when she passed?
We were.
Did you just get married? What's the deal here? Were you not? You were going to get married and you weren't going to get married, then you were going to get, what's up with that?
Which is when we went to get married 7 years ago.
Okay,
And so many people scheduled to go, and some decide not to go, cancel their plans to go, and then cancel their entire wedding in Las Vegas.
oh, okay, because she's talking about the,
So she bailed us out big time.
okay, because that would be why she's talking about your wedding, because she's talking about going, not going, going, not going. So I just kind of needed to understand that part of it.
Yeah, she bailed us out big time. Mary was going to recover.
Okay, okay, all right. I just needed to understand all of that. What do you want to ask her? You've got the floor. Anything you want to know? Did you like tell her and beg her to show up today or what? Why is she so pushy and bossy, or is it just who she was? Like, I'm over here talking and she wouldn't shut up, and then I go over there and she's like, excuse me. This is Cheech here. You said you were going to talk to me.
That's my mom. She got in contact with my dad, I guess.
Yeah, when you say in contact, they see each other. So, yeah. Your dad rolls his eyes, but the answer is yes. Your dad's like, oh, yes. So, yes, they do. And they see things, and, her siblings and her parents. So they have that whole big dynamics there. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. 3 of them died on the 13th of the month. 3 of them were 76. So,
Yeah.
I know I'm right, but she's at peace.
Oh, 100% she's at peace. She's singing. If she wasn't at peace, she wouldn't be singing,
She's,
Her dad, on the other hand, he said, no, just kidding.
yeah, no, she's just full of.
She said that, not me. I made the Catholic joke. I did not make the Polak joke. Just so you understand.
Just tell her all us Gothas here.
Tell her what?
All us Gothas, which is dreamers.
Okay. Okay.
Love her.
She knows that. You tell her that like
Yes,
a
I tell her
bazillion
every day.
times a day. 100%.
I do.
100%.
A lot.
I kind of like, because y'all loved ones aren't staying where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be with you. I keep hearing people